Hello everyone and welcome back to the world of finance. You are watching Finance Concepts with Nikhil. Friends, I am committed over here to provide to you important contents in the field of finance on a regular basis, and so that you should not miss any of my important videos, you just need to do one thing. You need to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned to that channel. And once you subscribe to this channel, just do not forget to turn on that notification bell, and that will keep you posted with all my upcoming videos. Now next in the sequence is the term bond strips. Now the word strips over here is an abbreviation. It stands for separate trading of interest and principal. That means separate trading of registered interest and principal of securities. Now what does that exactly mean? When a bond is issued, the holder of the bond gets two types of rights: right to receive coupon payments and right to receive redemption price. The moment the bond is sold by this holder to another party, both the rights go away. Just imagine if a bond is offering the right to sell each of the two components of bond, that is the interest and principal, separately. That means by acquiring a bond, I can get two types of rights: rights to receive interest and rights to receive the principal, that is the redemption price. What if the bond allows me to separately trade the right to receive interest and right to receive the principal? If I can sell only the interest strip, what will happen? I can just retain the principal strip with me. So imagine if it is a 10-year bond which is allowing the separate trading of registered interest and principal of the security, and I am holding such bond, and I don't want coupon payments, I definitely want redemption price after 10 years. I am not requiring any coupon payments because currently I do have my own income. As a result, I can just sell the right to receive coupon payments to some other party, because the bond has allowed me to separately trade both the components. Inversely, if I wanted a regular income, then I would have retained the interest strip and sold the principal strip. In fact, in the secondary market, you can just simply trade, you can just keep on buying and selling only the kind of strip that you want to hold. And this kind of bond can provide more flexibility to the investors in the bond market with respect to trading in these fixed income securities. Let us move ahead and write a note about bond strips. I have already explained you in detail what are bond strips. Strips is an acronym, that is an abbreviation or short form for separate trading of registered interest and principal of securities. The present value of cash flows from a bond can be divided into two categories: present value of interest, which we call as interest strip, and present value of redemption price, that is called the principal strip. The investor has option to buy or sell the interest strip and principal strip separately. Let us move ahead and take up a question relating to bond strips. Face value of the bond rupees 1000, coupon rate 9%, coupon payments are made at end of each year, remaining maturity is 4 years. Bond is redeemable at 15% premium. Present market price of the bond is rupees 820 for the principal strip and rupees 260 for the interest strip. If the desired rate of return for the investor is 11% per annum, determine whether the bond strips are overpriced or underpriced in the open market. Now friends, this is going to be very simple. You just have to find the present value of future cash flows. Instead of taking the aggregate of the two, you may individually compare the present value of interest strip and principal strip with their respective market prices. So let us see how to present the solution. You would simply work out the present values of the cash flows exactly the same way as we work out the intrinsic value of any ordinary bond. So you will find that the present value of interest strip came to 279.22 and the present value of the principal strip is 757.54. When you take aggregate of these two, you get the entire value of bond. But if you would want to evaluate the strips of both the bonds, whether they are underpriced or overpriced, you would simply make up an additional table. Interest strip and principal strip, intrinsic value what we have determined above, see 279.22 from this part of the table, 757.54 from this part of the table, and finally when you have noted down the intrinsic values, you may simply also write up the quoted market price with respect to each of them, and then you find that the interest strip is underpriced and the principal strip is overpriced.